So let's look at defending the guillotine from standing. So maybe I'm in a clinch with Sean here, and then I snap his head and we get into the guillotine position here. For me to finish, I would have to bring my hips close to his. Even again, if somebody, say Sean shot in for a double leg and tries to take me over, you'll see a lot of this. We can just finish from here, but it is easy defended. If you think about when he snags my head, okay, we need a strategy if this happens. For Sean to finish, he has to bring his hips close to mine. So first thing I'm thinking about is the arm that's choking me, my arm on the same side, makes a wedge at the hip, and I connect my elbow to my body. Next thing is, he's on my throat, my larynx. I'm going to turn it more into like a blood choke by looking at his lat, and then I'm going to bring my arm over his shoulder and make a grip like the Von Flu grip that we covered last time. Once I get to here, I establish my base. I'm going to bend Sean over, and now if he tries to finish from there, I'm very, very comfortable. From here now, I don't want him jumping close guard, which would be very dangerous for me. For him to finish, he would need me between his legs. So my right leg, that leg that's on the opposite side of the guillotine, because I need to pass to the side that my head's not on, makes a wedge at the back of his knee. I lower my base, and now from here, I can just take him down by bending him backwards. Notice the way he still kept that grip. Okay, from there to release, I find the shoulder, and then I just lean on his neck. And he gets his sudden urge to let go. Let's get another angle on that. So maybe from the clinch for here, he's going to snatch my head just from a single necktie into the guillotine. First thing I'm thinking about is I make a wedge with my hand, the one that's on the same side as the guillotine. From that position, I'm going to bring my arm over his shoulder, and then I bend him to the side that I've thrown the arm over the shoulder, looking at his lat so he's not on my throat, so it's not an air choke. He tries to finish from there. I'm very comfortable, and now I just cut an angle. Notice the way I'm in front of him. I need to get perpendicular, so I just move that angle and you make that wedge. Again, I mean, realistically, a good player, when I go to take him over, will let go. Will let go, and we'll end up in the clinch again, which is a possibility. But especially at beginner level, when people have you in the guillotine, okay, they'll hang on to it. And when they do, I just take them down. Again, I control the fall to the mat. And then I find the shoulder, and then I lean on his neck. The other thing we need to be thinking about is a more savvy player will switch to a Marcelotine, which is a high elbow guillotine. So think about this. On a guillotine grip, I have my support hand covering on the outside my choking arm. If I switch to a high elbow guillotine, unless you're very flexible, I need to make a right angle with my arms. That's quite hard to achieve. So the detail is, if I'm switching to the Marcelotine, I come to the inside. So it'll be my thumb will be turning towards my little finger, and notice now I can basically make a right angle with my arms. So let's just say I had him in the guillotine here. Sean puts his hand on the hip. The minute he starts to throw his arm over my shoulder, I just switch to a high elbow. Notice the way he can't bring that over his shoulder, and then I'll just come in with the tap. So we need a strategy in case they do that. It's just an air guitar. If you think about some people, when they throw the arm over the shoulder, they're coming from the side. I'm going to bring my arm directly behind me. Boom. So the minute he snags me here, I make the wedge. Okay. I turn to look at his lat, and now when I go to swing my arm over, he's coming high. So watch, my arm comes back, and now from there I come right over the top. Now if I still can't get it, maybe it's a flexibility thing, and I feel I just can't get over that high elbow, walk into it. Just push him, mess with his base. So just a little bit of a push, and now I'm over. And now from that position, I bend him over, get perpendicular, make a wedge with the knee, and now I'm going to bring him down in a controlled manner. Base of my hands, find the shoulder, lean on the neck. Whether they disengage the guillotine as you bend them over and try and take them over, it just ends up in a clinch, but you're still out of the guillotine and you're also out of the Marcelotine.